Kia ora koutou and welcome back to the Aon Nationals Under-17s here in Wellington. We have before you the third and fourth place, or the bronze medal match between the North Harbour A team and the Waikato A team. Both teams had some both teams had a difficult time last night in their tough losses last night in their semi-finals. Waikato going down 67-86 to Auckland, and North Harbour being pushing the Wellington team all the way into overtime, but eventually going down 130 to 113 with some big performances out of Taine Murray scoring 36 points last night. Both of these teams actually met in pool play. They came in Pool D, both in the same pool, and in pool play that game went the way of Waikato, beating North Harbour 104-95. Then they went on into the quarterfinals with Waikato playing Otago, eventual winners over Otago, and North Harbour winners over Manawatu, then going into the semi-finals. So both teams have played before. Both teams stacked with some talent, and it should be a very competitive game if both teams come out with high intensity and the ability to play a game where, yes, maybe you may see this as a dead rubber, but third and fourth is still very important. Bronze medal, it's something to aim for, the third best in the country. It's very tough coming off a semi-final loss, trying to get yourself up emotionally for these games, but these athletes need to really learn to increase themselves. So the Waikato team from Akiva McBriney Griffin, Caleb Smiler, Corbin Paiwai, Finn Lally, Junior DeYoung, Cal Robinson, Caslow Evans, Kendall Nelson Graham, Kimatahi Lee Allen, Kobe Olsen Matara, and Mashan Komini and Tyrone Heddick. Assistant coaches Jeremy Coley, Blair Brooks, manager Brendan Lally, and coach is Aaron Cogswell. So that's the Waikato team, how they line up today for this third and fourth player. North Harbour, on the other hand, again, have described their pathway in. Their lineups: Campbell Atkinson, Sian Emery, Dominic Chen, Jet Thompson, Joshua Kuman, Paura Winitana Jr., Pitta, Maxwell Torpia, Reihana Maxwell Torpia, Sean Murphy, Taine Murray, Terence Abden, and Thomas Morgan. Assistant coach Tony Pompelia, and coach is Norman Fong with their manager Nigel Morgan. So it's an opportunity, like I said earlier, for both these teams to really finish this tournament on a high. It's been a tough 4 days since Wednesday. Both teams having tough games up and down, and now coming to the final game of their tournament and of this age group. For some, they really need to put in a good performance, both for opportunities going forward for the future. There are some New Zealand selectors around looking for some of those that are eligible for the New Zealand Under-16 team at the end of this year, going to Papua New Guinea for Phoebe Oceania. But also there's opportunities for them to be stamp their name for tournaments and places for next year. So looking at both teams, there's some good pedigree and some good strong performance from some of these guys last night. North Harbour again pushed Wellington to the overtime to try and get themselves into the final, but were unfortunate. And Waikato was a gritty game. It was a tough game. There was some struggles there from Waikato offensively. 67 points, where they've been averaging approximately 80 to 100 points per game. So 67 points for a semi-final doesn't seem a lot. So they struggled to shoot from the field, and their statistics would show that. So it's a difficult situation for both teams now to try and get themselves back up for this game, back up for an opportunity to finish third place, and to really be positive about what's coming over these next 40 minutes of basketball. Both coaches too would have a task, a challenge on their hand to be able to motivate their players, to put them in positions to say, hey, listen guys, yes, we may have lost last night, but it's time for us now to come together again and play some good, strong 40 minutes of basketball, put ourselves in a position to become third and the third best team in the country for the under-17 age groups. So, like I was saying last night, Waikato shot about 36% from the field and even less from the three-point line at 30%, 6 for 20, which Predominantly, they have had really strong tournaments. Some of their big guys, Finn Lally specifically, got into foul trouble and really struggled to get himself going there with sporadic minutes during the game, putting in a position where he was unable to really contribute effectively because he was in foul trouble. So they struggled a little bit there with their bigs, and Auckland are a very tall and large team, so there was mixed opportunities there for that. But overall, they've got a relatively young team, Waikato. 4 of their players are bottom age, so they move to next year with an opportunity for them to play. Evans, Nelson Graham, Junior De Jong is a bottom age group player, and also Akiva Bernie Griffin. So both teams, and in the North Harbour team they have Paula Winitana, who's a bottom age that I know of. There may be more, and apologies if they are, but those 3 players are bottom age and bids well for the future. So here we are with 18 seconds left on the clock for these 2 teams to come up in this bronze medal match for the Aon National Championships for the under-17s age groups. Looking forward to this game. It's going to be an exciting game. Teams are familiar with themselves. Not only have they played here together in the pool play, but they also played earlier in a warm-up match up in the Breakers facility up in Auckland. At that situation as well, Waikato were successful in taking the win out. So both teams are semi-familiar with each other, aware of what each other can bring to the table. So it should be a positive game for Waikato and North Harbour. Our referees are just getting organised. Hopefully, from our last stream, we had some Wi-Fi difficulties, which limited some of our ability to deliver information as far as the clock is concerned. But hopefully that's passed on now, and we can just do everything we can to make this an enjoyable experience for you guys. So here we go, going into the final bronze medal game for the boys championship. Waikato versus North Harbour. Both teams very strong, very athletic, have the ability to shoot from the outside, and some with some big scoring abilities. So it would be an interesting opportunity for us as a viewership to see some good output here. So we've got the starters for Waikato: number 9, Tyrone Hettick, number 14, Finn Lally, number 8, Caleb Smiler, 15, Junior De Jong, and number 5, Kobe Olsen Matara, and number 8 for Thomas Morgan for North Harbour. 14 is Dominic Chen, number 7, Joshua Kerman, number 6 is Tane Murray, and number 12 is Sean Murphy. So here we go. We're about to start off for this 3rd and 4th bronze medal match between North Harbour and Waikato. Up the ball goes, and early position there to Murphy. Chen passes it across to Morgan. Morgan over to Kuman, and they get a wide open shot there for Tane Murray. You can't leave him open because he can knock that down as Kobe gets the ball out in the position as North Harbour put an extended press on. Junior needs to look up the floor. De Jong early, and they get the ball up. So North Harbour's coming out in a full court pressure zone, trying to get some turnovers early as Tane Murray gets that first bucket to drop early in the first quarter here between Harbour and Waikato. Waikato with Tyrone Hettick looking to go inside, but forces a turnover just a bit long there for Lally to get the ball. Morgan with the ball, passes in, and a turnover there. Almost a turnover there. Kuman gets the ball, defensive double pressure. Murray gets the ball, looks inside to Chen. Chen with the reverse layup and goes in, and they're up early 5-0 to Harbour. Putting pressure, showing intensity really early, putting the double teams on Waikato, and a foul being called there on number 12, Sean Murphy. Waikato really need to do something about their intensity. They look a bit flat at the moment. Harbour are definitely coming out ready to play with Chen and Murray. Chen and Murray scoring early. Olsen Matara getting the ball into De Jong. De Jong looking to dribble up pass, giving it to Tyrone Hettick, kicking it into Lally. Lally makes a left-hand layup, and a foul being called here. Good strong move by Finn Lally. Basket is good, and the foul goes on, I think it's number 8, Thomas Morgan for North Harbour. So that's 2 early fouls on the North Harbour team. As Finn Lally goes to the line with a chance to put their team to 3. Lally misses the free throw. Tyrone Hick got a hand to it, but was unable to convert. So the score still remains at 5-2. Harbour up by 3. Murray goes to his baseline. Nice, strong right-hand drive. Unable to get the purchase there, but kicks it out. Wide open 3 there from Morgan, and Morgan hits it. Waikato really needs to do something about their defense, and he stands out. Also, Matara stands out and is unable to get the ball up to halfway. Whenever you're extending a pressure there for any offensive team, it's important to understand that a pass always beats the man. So, number 8, Morgan gets it out. Murray gets an open jump shot, and he knocks it down. Nice screen set there by Chen, and Waikato going down early, 10-2. Here they're looking very flat as the intensity from North Harbour is causing a lot of troubles for Waikato. Finn Lally gets in with a left-hand layup, and he needs to do more of that as Lally gets a bucket and puts him 10-4 here for Waikato versus Harbour. Push off there by Morgan. Morgan over to Kuman. Kuman back to Murray. Murray's really strong. Chen gets the ball, and a huge block there by Finn Lally as Chen tries to get a shot up there. Nice pass though there by Murray. He's really a nice mover and a nice move of the ball, and it has the ability to get open. But a nice recovery block there from Finn Lally for this height, using his height in his advantage. And the shot clock, great defensive pressure there from Waikato. A late shot that went up by Sean Murphy wasn't in time as Finn Lally is leading his team here, trying to get a bit more purchase out of his defensive team and getting them up as they're putting that extended pressure still on. Caleb Smiler, really good ball handler, really good penetrator. Unfortunately, no one in the corner there for that pass, but it went to his left, and a good opportunity there to put their team back in contention after being down early by 6. Screen near as Murphy passes it over to Kuman. Kuman inside. Oh, and he landed before he shot the ball off. Unfortunate there for Lally. I thought that Murphy, before he got the ball off, actually landed. So that's a foul on a first team foul on Finn Lally. Murphy was being aggressive. I thought it was great up and down defense for Waikato, but unfortunately the referee saw it differently as Murphy converts the basket and puts Harbour at 11. 11-4. And Junior Dong gets the rebound to Caleb Smiler. Smiler looking up the floor. Gets the ball just a bit high for also Matara. And there it forces a turnover. Murray out, gets the ball intercepted by Smiler. Smiler does a great job of putting himself in the passing lane. Goes up for the right-hand layup over the top of Morgan and makes the basket. Murray with the ball, driving off that pick, and Chen gets caught for an offensive foul, moving screen. We've seen that quite common here in this tournament. These last few minutes, there's been an offensive screen with moving screens where young men and women need to establish their foothold first and not to get outside their cylinder to get called for a foul. Tyrone Hettick tries to split the double team and gets the ball with 6 minutes 56 seconds to go in the game. Tipped there by Kuman. And Kuman, substitutions here for North Harbour. Number 11 comes in, Leihana Maxwell Torpio for Chen, and Paula Winitana comes in for Thomas Morgan. So it is an opportunity for Caleb Smiler to get the ball out the front. Smiler has some good ball handling skills going to his left. Passes it, no-look pass to Tyrone. Hits again, he hits it off the backboard, and that puts them down by 2. It's an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity here for them to get up and get this as Maxwell Torpia drives to his left. Nice pullback, step-back jump shot over De Jong, and De Jong unable to match up there defensively Tyrone Heddick feels it, tries to put up for 3 and gets blocked. Caleb Smiler with a nice, gets inside, he gets himself into position and misses the layup, and Tane Murray gets back on D. Caleb with nice defense. Unfortunately, you need to finish those oppositions being down 11-9, putting themselves back into a tie ball game, and a timeout being called here by the coach Aaron for Waikato. Well, Waikato and have started to come back into this game after being down early. Harbour have definitely come out with a bit more pressure, a bit more intensity on D. They've extended their pressure full court, and unfortunately now in this situation, they've for whatever reason, they've turned the ball over a couple of times to Waikato, and now Waikato find them back out by 2 with 6 minutes 5 to go in the first quarter. These Waikato, a bit of history about some of these Waikato players. You know, they've been around for a while. A lot of them come from various schools. We've got some looking to try and improve the areas of positivity, of competitiveness. Sorry, in the Waikato. There's we all know about the competition that exists in Harbour and in Auckland, in the greater Auckland region. Waikato are trying really hard, and I think we're doing some successful things with some of these boys. So this is one of the most successful Waikato boys teams we've had in a few years. So it's an opportunity now for them to establish themselves as the 3rd best in the country, as they would be rated, and now to put themselves in a position to potentially come away with a bronze medal from a national title. So here they are, 14 seconds on the shot clock with Waikato ball on the baseline. North Harbour sitting up in a man-to-man defense, looking to get inside. Finn Lally takes one dribble and gets to his right hand and drops it right over there. It's a tied ball game right over the top of Maxwell Torpio, as Paula Winitana Jr. gets into the game and has the ball. Very strong on the ball. Winitana has come from obviously good pedigree and has a popular name in the basketball fraternity. As he looks to line up for a 3, he's just a bit short on that occasion. And an offensive rebound there from Koiman as Smiler was unable to box him out, and he gets the bucket. Kobe's very, very fast. He's so quick, this young man. One of the fastest across the first little 40 to 60 meters of the court. Has the ability to really tear up defenders, as number 5 comes in for North Harbour. Terrence Abden substituting number 12, Sean Murphy, and number 7, Joshua Kuma, goes out for number 10, Siad Emery. So Maxwell Torpio with the ball at the top. Tane Murray gets the ball. Paula Winitana drives it, junior to the baseline, looking for a kick out in the corner. Nice shot, open. Number 10, Siad Emery with a 3-point shot, and he got wide open there in that position. So Harbour staying in this extended man-to-man pressure defense. Out past the three-point line, looking for an on-ball screen there from Lally. Lally too low for that pass. Good defense there by Olsen Matata, but Winitana Jr. gets the ball, gets the offensive rebound, and North Harbour push their lead back up by 7 points, 18-11. Paiwo's got the ball on the floor, and a charging foul on DeYoung. Number 5, Terrence Abden, calls that foul. It's a bit as a tough call. I don't think Abden was in good position. I don't think he was there situated right. I think he wasn't stationary. But they get the call, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Good strong move. Harbour being aggressive here. Up by 7 points early in the first quarter with 4 minutes 30 to go. Maxwell Torpio drives. They can't leave him. Paiwo gets the rebound, gets the turnover. Good strong move there by Paiwo. Good defensive hand, keeping active hands. Lally gets the ball inside. Lally gets the ball inside and is unable to maintain possession. And there is a turnover. Waikato really struggling to try and get their offensive flow, and they did well when they got some turnovers and possession, but now are falling a little bit behind in what they're on what they're doing. So here they ball out. Another 3-point shot there, and unfortunately missed there by Emery. Emery just made one earlier in the game. Now he's getting missing, and missed opportunity. Turnover there by Kobe, and Kobe also Mataro, and He turns the ball over and unfortunately puts his team under pressure, and they get a basket from it. Goes all the way to the hoop and makes a layup. He's so fast. Also Matare, he's very, very, very quick. And has the ability to get up and down the court so quickly with his electrifying speed. Winitana Jr. goes to that strong left-hand dribble, kicks it out. Maxwell Torpia, nice move, up, down, across, looks to the hoop, and Lally gets the rebound and pushes it out in transition. Lally in the court for such a big man has great handle on the ball, gets fouled and misses the layup. Very strong move there by Finn Lally, has the ability to get out, and the foul goes on number, I think they called it on number, I'm unsure who they called that foul on, but I'm unable to see. So number 6. Timeout here by North Harbour being called, and the score is 20-13. Waikato down by 7 points. Harbour doing a good job of putting pressure defensively on the Waikato team. Waikato are unable really to offensively execute anything worthwhile, putting themselves under pressure and putting themselves in a position where they are unable to score, turning the ball over and allowing Harbour to get out in transition. North Harbour on the other side are being aggressive, penetrating well, kicking to the open shooters and finding them and knocking down some open shots, and so they've done a good job. So as expected, this is a good game, a good competitive game for both teams. Opportunity now for them to get a bronze medal here in this bronze medal match. As we see substitutions in for both teams, in for Waikato is Kale Robinson and Caslow Evans. Sub for Kobe Olsen-Matara and Tyrone Hettick and Caleb Smiler. Also in for North Harbour is number 4, Jet Thompson, in for Tane Murray. So Finn Lally goes to the hoop, goes to the line to convert 2 free throws. Misses the first. 3 minutes 17 to go in this first quarter. And makes the second. Waikato now extending pressure up on in a 2-2-1 extended pressure zone as Thompson passes over to Winitana. Winitana Jr. Passes it off to Abden. Abden gets blocked, and then number 15 Atkinson felt a little breath of fresh air on his shoulder or a hand in his face and went up for a shot and called for a progress and a travel. So Evans gets the ball on Thompson. Thompson and Evans, 2 bottom age guards, both vying for a spot in the New Zealand Under-16 Championship. New Zealand team going to Papua New Guinea. Paiwai dribbling it and turns the ball over. Bad decision there from Paiwai. Needs to get up and get back into defense and to try and get the ball back for his team. Thompson with the ball now, looking for that pass straight through there to Atkinson, and Atkinson gets an easy layup. He's wide open there. And Lally with the ball, bringing it up as they come to this extended pressure, and as he gets to the hole, and that's a nice easy left-hand layup there for Lally. Lally gets the ball over to Abden. Abden passing it off to Thompson. Sorry, not Thompson. Emery back to Abden. Abden over to Thompson. Thompson looking to shoot. Extended pressure now with a 2-2-3 zone here. Emery inside to Atkinson. Atkinson unsuccessful, and Lally and Lolly jumping around for the rebound, and Lally eventually gets that rebound. High on-ball screen there for Evans. Evans looking to cut off, and that screen, and Robinson gets the ball. Paiwai shoots it, and it's long. Shoots it again, and it's long again. That's 2 missed shots there from Paiwai, unable to convert. Had a shoot open, and Poldo Winitana Jr. gets a nice floater over the top of Finn Lally. Evans turns the ball over. As they're in this extended zone, Robinson goes over to Winitana. Winitana gets out to Thompson. Thompson looking. Winitana driving to his right. Nice up fake. Gets blocked from behind from Robinson. Short again, and De Jong gets the rebound. As there's a foul being called here on Emery, as he's putting extended pressure out there on Evans. Substitution here for Lally. Lally comes out for Kalo Smiler, and so who do we see there? De Jong and Lally come in for Robinson and McBurney, Griffin. Evans goes to the line and misses the first free throw as with less than a minute to go. Waikato down 10 points. Harbour in the penalty. And he makes the second free throw. So extended pressure here by Waikato. And there's a turnover after that extended pressure. Putting on 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Waikato down 26-17, down 9 points against Harbour A. Harbour A putting a lot of good pressure here, bringing the intensity with Maxwell Torpia extended here on Smiler. Smiler crossing over, going to the hoop, looking for a shot. Unfortunate there and misses the shot. Polder in the open court. Winitana Jr. goes to a spin move. Nice shot. Open outside. And that's a three-point shot made there by Maxwell Torpia. And he was open. And that's a very lucky call there. I didn't think that was a foul on Thompson. Just a word of the wise for a lot of young people, don't dribble through double teams. Try not to. Look for a pass. If there's a double team, that means one of your players are open. So look for the open player and make it easier on yourself. So opportunity here for Paiwai to go to the line to shoot, and he misses the first free throw. So Waikato struggling really offensively here as they did last night. Outside of Lally, they haven't had really the opportunity to score. Paiwai makes the second and puts it back 29-17 with less than 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter of the bronze medal match. As the Pauro Winitana Jr. Gets a foul called on him on number 6, Cal Robinson from behind. Probably got a little bit of body there. Yes, he got the ball, but you got to remember that the body was also part of the foul. So unfortunately was able, although he did get a block on the ball, he did get a bit of body on him. So Winitana Jr. goes to the line to shoot. Makes the first bucket. Score is 30-18 to North Harbour. And he makes the second. Harbour up with 2.2 seconds to go in the game. Winitana gets a tip to the ball. And that's the end of the first quarter with Harbour shooting the lights out in that game, scoring 31 points, and Waikato again struggling offensively with only 18. Some really good contributions from Murray, really good contributions there from Torpio, Maxwell Torpio, Reihana Maxwell Torpio and Sean Murphy. Waikato really need to deal with this pressure more. They've been put a lot of pressure on them, and it hasn't been given them the opportunity to do that. So offensively now they've just got to come back together, look at seeing what they can do to put more strategy around how they're breaking this press, which has caused a lot of turnovers and a lot of issues for the Waikato team. So Waikato down, 13 points early in this game, and it's a struggle when shooters get hot and you aren't able to pull it back. It's going to be very difficult. Coach and the referees having a discussion halfway about obviously some conjecture and what's going on the court, but overall I think Harbour have done a great job to come out intense. They've done a great job executing their offense effectively. They've done a great job of having the ability to put things in place so that they can they can put the points on the board. And 31 points, as I've mentioned before, in a quarter of basketball, this age group is a lot of points for any age group actually. And so they've done a great job of converting their opportunities into points on the board. And so putting points on the board puts them in a strong position on going forward for the rest of this game. This Waikato team really need to turn this around and try and improve their performance, because at the moment their performance is just not good enough. So starting off the second quarter of this bronze medal match between Waikato and Harbour. Harbour basketball really are doing a great job early in this game, bringing the intensity and bringing the strength to this game. With and the ball to Smiler against Maxwell Torpio, gets both took Maxwell Torpio and Winitana Jr. in the air, and the foul will go on Maxwell Torpio. So Torpio was aggressive. That was a nice strong move there by Smiler. Smiler's very strong, very strong penetrator to the hoop. He's a great shooter, great strong dribbler with both hands, and can go right and left as he makes the first free throw. He can go right and left and has the ability to go around and also up and over defenders. As he aims for the second. Misses the second free throw. Harbour pushing the ball up the court as Smiler and Lally extend their pressure. Over to Thompson. Thompson with McBurney and Griffin on him out there in this extended 3-2 zone, as Thompson pulls a three from deep over the top of a 6'5" Lally, and he makes it. McBurney over, passing out of this thing as Robinson gets the ball down low, goes over the top of Thompson and misses the layup. And Lally gets called for a foul for a reach, and that is Lally's second foul. So wide open Thompson in the corner there. Nice pass inside to Atkins. No rebound there from the Waikato bigs. They're just not struggling as they did last night to get rebounds. They really need to not let their opposition get offensive rebounds as they sag off at number 12. And as he pulls the three, Lally brings the rebound down, gets their three players on him, so there should be a mismatch down the court. Nice pass there by Smiler. Smiler in to McBurney Griffin, and Griffin makes a nice contested layup over the top of the two Harbour defenders, putting Waikato back within 13 points. Score now. Winitana Jr. with the ball out front. Maxwell Torpio gets the ball, and Thompson gets the ball, driving it past Olsen Matara. Maxwell Torpio looking to drive as well. Getting inside, Smiler out to pop Winitana Jr. Winitana Jr. just missing long there with a nice strong rebound there by McBurney Griffin. And a nice open court screen. Olsen Matara with an aggressive move to the hoop, and he gets it. When he's in the open court, he's very tough to defend because of his exceptional acceleration and speed, as Murphy with the ball out top gets it to Winitana Jr. Winitana Jr. organising Murphy with the ball, and the Maxwell Torpio passes and looking across to Thompson. Thompson with the ball facing up man-to-man against Olsen Matara, and he makes that pass with a nice intercept there, and a foul compounding things by Thompson. Nice intercept there by Robinson after getting his hand in the passing lane. As this Olsen Matara gets the ball out, and very aggressive, and a foul being called on Thompson again. And a foul being called on Thompson again. That's his second foul in a short space of time. Struggling to keep with the pace with Olsen Matara. He's very fast and very wily, and can put pressure on our defense if you're unable to mark him. So pass into Lally. Lally gets the ball stripped. McBurney Griffin gets the ball in, and that's a nice easy layup there for McBurney Griffin. Murphy passes the ball across to Thompson. Thompson gets it into Tane Murray. Oh, that's a bit of a push-off. Nice block there by McBurney Griffin, and he's unable to get the offensive rebound, but that pressure defense was really great. Smiler and and Matata, and there's Thompson open in the perimeter again. With a nice defense there by McBriny Griffin. He's done a great job, McBriny Griffin, of being defensively effective there. And also Matata with the turnover. Sub backs in Abden. Abden comes back in as Waikato continue to extend that pressure zone defense, looking to put pressure on them and get them out there in front. Puts a lot of pressure on the... a lot of jumping there by Atkins, and the short rebound puts you... oh, nice block there by both Robinson and Smiler. And Smiler and Robinson combined to get almost a double block as the ball goes off the player's head. Robinson going to the hole, looking for options there. He sees that loose pass there by Smiler to get a ball into Lally. Lally, as Robinson overcompensates and tries to be aggressive and just misses the opportunity to get the steal and gets a foul called on him. And that'll be a sub on Robinson as he picks up his second foul. So Abden with the ball to Murray. Murray looking for, they're calling a high set. Waikato still in their extended zone defense. Everyone jumping. Abden outside, wide open for three. Unfortunately, he misses it. Nice rebound there by McBurney Griffin. And Hitta gets the ball out. They look to rotate the ball to the opposite side and get Caleb Smiler into an on-ball action. He rejects the screen, goes to his left, and goes with his left hand, and unfortunately misses that layup. Tane Murray out in the open floor. He's really strong in the open floor. Gets away with a reach around the back there. Osa Matata, and Tane turns the ball over after complaining a little bit. Gets it inside to Lally. Lally looking to go to his left. Gets it up, and a foul, and it counts one with, I think, Maxwell Torpia being called for the foul there. It is. Maxwell Torpia getting called for the foul over the top as the referee said it. And so Lally now gets an opportunity to cut into this deficit and back down to 6 points. Lally at the line, shooting relatively well from the free throw line. And he makes it. So 5 minutes, 51 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Waikato back within 6 points of the Harbour team. A nice cut there by Murray. Murray gets it and lays it right over the top of Lally. Waikato really need to do something about their defense there. Zone defense isn't really working very well today. They had struggles with it yesterday, allowing a lot of points, and Hitta lining up for three. Misses the shot. Smiler gets the rebound. Passes it inside to Lally, and Lally misses it. As I mentioned before, Waikato's extended zone isn't really working. I think they've done a good job up until this for limiting to only 5 points but you can't leave them open like that. You have to carry a hand, and if Murray gets the ball, he's going to shoot it, and he'll shoot it well. Passing out of those double teams is probably the most important thing here for Waikato to understand. Lally looks to get inside. McBriny Griffin can shoot that. It's wide open, but misses it long. And a foul being called there on Smiler. Harbour shooting really well here. They've only scored 8 points this quarter, which you may not think is a lot, but in comparative to what they were scoring in the last quarter, they've done a good job. They scored 31 points and have only scored eight thus far in this quarter, but have made some substitutions which contributed to that. However, Waikato's defense has allowed them to get back into this game. Waikato extending the zone again. I probably would like to see them go to a man-to-man zone. Yes, there's a trapping element of this zone defense that they do, but there's also an opportunity for these wide open shots, especially on those rotations, to go in. And just as I say that, they do. And it's tough, especially in a zone. If you've never run a zone effectively before, you can get chewed up and spit out by some of your mismatches, especially by ball rotation and dribble penetration. Two of the big keys as Caleb Smiler drives to his left and makes a mid-range jump shot along the baseline. So zone defenses are effective. They can be worked really well. Key component of that, and that's just too easy. That's too easy. That's too easy there from Waikato, letting a reverse layup in from Maxwell Torpia. It doesn't look like there's much fight at the moment for Waikato. They're just going through the motions and trying to outscore their team when really in order to get back into games you have to play defense, you have to get stops, and at the moment they're not getting stops. Down by 12 points. Luckily turnover there by Tane Murray, who stepped out of bounds. They're not getting stops. They're down by 12 points. They're struggling to score, and a timeout now being called by North Harbour. Waikato really struggling to score right now. They're not so much struggling to score, but they're struggling to stop teams in their defensive sets. I would like to see them go to more of a man-to-man defense. Their zone is getting picked apart quite nicely by Harbour at this moment. They're reversing the ball well. They're finding people open in the corners, and those people open are knocking down shots. As that last shot from Murphy went down. Thomas Morgan went down. So we've got to really look at adjusting some of those things here. Coach Aaron needs to probably look at adjusting some of these things defensively to allow them to get some stops and get them back into this game. Being down by 12 points, you need to not only put pressure but also force stops, and stops are forced by defense. And if you're not playing good, strong defense, if it's not effective, then you need to put something in that does force stops so that you can turn it around. So 3 minutes 55 left to go here in the second quarter of this bronze medal match between Harbour and Waikato. Waikato are down by 12 at the moment, with Harbour shooting really well and being aggressive on the offensive end and coming along quite nicely with what they've developed after, like I said earlier in the commentary, going down twice to this team earlier in pool play and even earlier than that before the tournament up in Auckland. So North Harbour have done a good job of making adjustments, seeing what's in front of them, seeing what Waikato have, and making those adjustments necessary in order for them to put them in a strong position. As Murphy pushes the ball up the court, Murphy going around McBriny Griffin easily, and one of the things that I'm seeing from up here is there's not a lot of communication on the defensive end, and one of the essential things for a zone is actually communication. It's effective for all defenses really, but more specifically for a zone, and he'll shoot that and that'll go. Yep. It's really bad, lazy defense there from Waikato. Can't leave Tane Murray wide open because he'll make more than he'll miss. And Smiler again going for a more difficult layup than going over the top, probably shied away from laying it up over the taller Maxwell Torpia. Maxwell Torpia going over the top of 265 guys. Tough shot, but they did a good job defensively. Lally looking to push the ball, someone's open. McBriny Griffin going to the hole. Lally looking for the shot, goes to his left hand and makes a nice little right hand hook shot in there in the lane. Waikato can get points, they've just got to learn to get stops right now. They're just struggling to get some stops on the defensive end because some of their communication, like that, he's wide open and he's going to make it. You can't leave these guys. He's just hit a corner three, he's just hit another one, and they've put themselves in a position. Both times they've sat back in a zone and they've pressured, and it hasn't worked. Adjustments need to happen in order for them to get back this game. And Harbour are doing a great job of just picking apart whatever defensive sets that Waikato are putting towards them. It's really good. Whether or not it's coaching or player identification, they've done a great job of identifying what's in front of them and pursuing it and picking it apart. So it's really hard to argue with what Harbour are doing right now, because Waikato are allowing them to just pick them apart and do whatever they want offensively. Seems very deflated, Waikato team. Not a lot of communication and talk out there. Not a lot of effort and energy. A lot of these things are just aren't helping them to get them out of the slump that they're down by at the moment, which is gone out to 16 points. So here's an opportunity now for Smiler with the ball. Smiler gets the ball out front. Cross screen action. Hits it wide open in the corner, and he misses it long. And nice, great job there by Akiva. McBurney Griffin He gets the offensive rebound, goes up strong, gets fouled across the head and makes the layup with an opportunity now to make it into a three-point play. Really good job there by Akiva. He's done a good job of trying to put himself in a nice position to get an offensive rebound, and he knocks this free throw down, and he does. Scores 50-37 to Harbour at this moment. They're still extending out Waikato. It's tough with an extension or a zone kind of press off defense. The second line is actually with the area where you need to be really effective and communicate well, as Murphy lines up for another three, and just a bit long there. McBride Griffith gets on the floor and calls a jump ball, and possession arrow goes to Harbour. As I was saying earlier, an extension or a press, as they call it in basketball, a zone press needs to only be supported by all 5 members, and if you're only putting pressure, as he's wide open again off a shot, and then they continue to let it rain down here, Harbour, and why wouldn't they? Because they've made the majority of them as they get it over to Kuman. Kuman in the corner, Tane Murray makes a nice, strong, grafting move over, and a jump ball, and Waikato will get the position. So good defensive effort there. That was a good defensive position for Waikato, looking to improve. Smiler with the ball. Looking for an on ball there for Lally. Lally rotating it to Griffith. Griffin to Hetic. Hetic driving to the hole and turns the ball over. No, gets lucky there by passing the ball and getting it in. So substitution here. De Jong comes in for Hetic and Robertson comes in for Lally. Run their baseline out of bounds play, as Harbour here go to a zone. And again, Waikato looking for these dump-off interior passes, and Harbour have their hands who are active as Kuhlman comes down and passes off to Chen. Chen, Kuhlman's wide open, and he knocks it down. Their defense is at 6s and 7s at the moment for Waikato. Their zone that they're still staying in and they're continuing to pressure on is just not working, as Robinson goes up for a layup, misses, but De Jong's there for the rebound. This zone press, it's all it's doing is delaying the inevitable, and so they need to really try and make some adjustments here as that causes a turnover, and Olsen Matata gets out an open floor. De Jong gets the ball, looks for that internal pass again as they're looking, and Olsen Matata hits the three, and he can light it up really quickly, and that puts them back in within 11 points. Late here in the second quarter, he can light it up. Olsen Matata, he's a good shooter. Once he gets going, he's a bit streaky, but once he gets going, he's hard to stop. As Morgan pulls out deep from there, Smiler gets the rebound. That shot there from Murphy was deep, but hey, it's going for them. So overall, it's been a better offensive set there for, and they call it double dribble. Referee calls a double dribble on Smiler as he was making his move to the hole with 27.7 seconds remaining in this first half of this bronze medal match, with North Harbour up by 11. Going into the second quarter, Kuhlman over to Murray. Murray looking to organise their offense with Chen inside of that high post action. Murphy drives to Morgan, drives to his right. De Jong gets called for a foul on the drive. Baseline play here for Harbour. Harbour gets it up to Kuhlman. Kuhlman over to Murray. Murray looking, 10 seconds left on the clock. Again, wide open shot for Harbour, and he makes it. They're ball watching Waikato. Every time the ball goes into someone's heads, everyone's facing the ball, especially in a zone you can't ball watch. You've got a space defend. Key component of a zone defense is defending a space, and if you're not defending a space and you're watching the ball, you can't see what's going on behind you. And at the moment, Harbour are knocking down their shots, ahead by 14 after strong performances last night by Tane Murray. He's really stepped up again and doing a good job here in the first half. For Waikato, Lally's done a good job internally to try and get some points and penetration inside. Outside of Lally, also Matata's done a good job, and so has McKerney. Griffin has done a positive job of getting inside and trying to do the best that he can to reduce and get himself opportunities to score points. So Waikato just look a bit destitute at the moment. It seems as though they're a bit flat. It definitely looks as though they're flat, and their performance on the scoreboard now indicates that. 14 points isn't a lot in the grander scheme of things, but if you're not up, if you're not shooting well, if you're not performing well, then unfortunately you're not putting yourself in a position to perform. And at this moment in time, Harbour are doing a better job at that. They're executing well, they're taking the opportunities, and they're looking great. So it's half-time now here at Waikato, and we'll just have a wee break while we wait for the teams to come back on the floor.
So your 2018 Asia Cup gold medalist for the ladies hail from New Zealand. China forced to settle for second place in a silver medal, as New Zealand has shown some love. Congratulations for well-deserved and hard-earned gold medal here in Shenzhen.
Welcome back to the second half of this bronze medal match between Harbour A and Waikato A here at the Under-17s Aon National Championships in Wellington. Harbour coming out really strong in the first half, scoring 56 points, knocking down some really good three-point opportunities and putting themselves in a position to take this bronze medal. Waikato, unfortunately, just really haven't switched on, scoring okay, better in that second quarter, but unfortunately their defense has really allowed Harbour to make those shots and get into what he needs to. So let's see. It's a chance here now for Waikato to either get back into the game, or third quarter is a very critical times in basketball. Australian basketball are very good at it, and the other areas are good at it. New Zealand needs to get better at it, and coming out strong after half-time and really nailing it down. So let's see if Harbour take this opportunity to really stamp mark on their game, on this game, as they haven't seen to. And hopefully that the intensity here from the Waikato team can increase so that they can start to pull themselves back in. All right. Start of the second quarter here in this bronze medal match between Waikato and Harbour. Both teams, again, like I said earlier, are losing in the semi-final in tough games. Waikato struggling with their game, and Harbour pushing the Wellington team into overtime, but coming up short. Here we are, starting off in the second half of this bronze medal match, with Abden with the ball out top. Winitana with the ball. Got great court vision, Winitana. Has such good size and strength for a young man. Pulls up for a mid-range jump shot. Chen gets the ball. Passes out, Kuman, open for three. Knocks it down. Offensive rebounds and bad changing in defense is going to continue to hurt Waikato if they don't fix it up really quick. Harbour doing a great job, really awesome job of getting back and putting themselves in a position offensively to pick apart whatever zone or defense that Waikato have put in front of them. Some active hands and some weak. Winitana out front, looking inside to Chen out to Kuman, Winnie to Kuman, Abden across the Murray. Be careful of this young man, very talented, very nice. Kuman wide open again for three. Second three and a bat. Oh, that is terrible terrible boxing out by Waikato. Their big guys really need to start putting their body on the line because it doesn't seem to be there at all at the moment as Hitik's in open for three and he misses. Not a lot of effort being shown here by these Waikato boys as they get beaten down the floor again. And a layup by Abden and missed, but a foul being called there on Hitik as he tried to hustle back. Abden to the line to shoot two. He makes the first. Puts Harbour up by 16. Potentially up by 16. Misses the second. De Jong gets the rebound. Smiler pushing the ball out in the open court. Coleman getting good recovery back defense there. Harbour looking engaged. There's talk. Chen talking from the back. They're talking on the ball screens. They know what they're doing. Their rotations are tight. De Jong with a strong move and a nice layup over the top of Chen. We need more of that from young De Jong, a Te Aroha product. Under tutelage of Alex Stojakovic out there. He's doing a good job of improving our new regional players, and they stepped out, unfortunately, Murray. So Junior De Jong has come from a small town, and it shows you young athletes who are from small towns that you have an opportunity to train and work hard and get better. You can make these national tournaments, and De Jong is a product of that, coming from a small town in Te Aroha. And Hitik again making a nice layup. So Waikato making a little run here, being aggressive on defense. Winitana getting the ball up the floor to Murray. Murray again with that customary drive to the lane and a nice floater over the top of the defense. Every time Murray comes off any kind of screen or any pass action, he's always looking to drive. It's very good intent here from all players, young players to learn. Hitik gets the ball, tries to dribble around them, passes the ball back, and a unlucky there from Murray not to catch that ball. So Smiler tries to never spin dribble in an open press, guys. Oh, what a pass there by Murray. And a foul and one. Winitana gets the foul and one. After a turnover there by Smiler trying to dribble the ball through a double team. Gets the turnover, and Murray with an impressive play, diving on the ground, passing it from the ground up to Winitana, and Winitana makes the layup with an opportunity to make a three-point play, and he does. Boy, that was an impressive play there from Murray. He's done a good job of leading his team here at the moment in time as Lally looks to dribble the ball through and makes a pass to Hitik. Hitik dribbling in, tries to get some penetration. Bad turnover again from Hitik. But a nice tip to the ball. No urgency, no dive. Not a lot of urgency here I'm showing from Waikato to get this team out of the hole that they've dug themselves in. Down by 18 points here early in the third quarter. Nice pass, jump shot here from Winitana. Winitana makes it. Looks really easy here from Harbour. Harbour making this look really, really simple. Waikato again pushing the ball out. Hitik again with a long two, and he makes it. Probably need more of that transition offense here, Waikato, as they extended defensive pressure. When they drop back, they lose assignments. Just like there, they lose a lot of assignments, although Lally was able to recover there. They got lucky on the assignment miss because as De Jong's open and he's a good shooter, he can shoot, and he knocks that three-pointer down. Coming from, like I said to you before, from the Shotmaker Academy, Alex Stojakovic, and has worked well with Junior De Jong, and De Jong also puts in a lot of hours on his own, and he's really improved as a player and as a shooter, and he's performing well. He's performed well at this tournament. Chen with a nice strong move inside. Smiler with a rebound, gets it hit out of his hands, And unfortunately, Murray with the rebound. I must say that the Waikato team are trying to dribble through. This is making it really simple for Harbour. Waikato trying to make dribbling through double teams, trying to get through zone defenses. It makes it easier for a defending team when you're trying to dribble through a press, because you can make those adjustments really easily. So crossover there by Olsen Matara, and he hits it off the backboard, and he shoots a three, and that cuts the lead down to 10 points, to 13 points, sorry. Good defense there by Smiler. Oh, nice move by Murray. Waikato really need to work on their defense. I keep saying it over and over again, but there doesn't seem to be any improvement on it, as McBurney Griffin makes a nice dribble. He's got some really nice handles for a big guy. McBurney makes the pass. Griffin makes the pass off to De Jong, and De Jong makes the bucket. So let's see what they do here defensively as they switch up into their, I think they've gone to still a 3-2 zone, as Maxwell Torpio makes a nice move. No talk down low, as Polder Jr. and Maxwell Torpio gets caught for an offensive foul for clearing out on the offensive rebounds. Five minutes 10 to go here in the third quarter of this bronze medal match between Waikato and Harbour. Kobe again tries to dribble through them, put themselves under pressure. Paiwai looks to dribble, goes to a spin dribble. Tough shot, very tough shot, but he makes it. Good job by Paiwai, looking to be aggressive here offensively, and halfway through the third quarter with his time here on the court. And Tane Murray, I tell you, this nice job. McBurney Griffin has been really good here in this third quarter, putting pressure defensively, rebounding, and trying to inspire this Waikato team. McBurney Griffin is a bottom age player. Paiwai calling for a screen, shoots the ball, and it's an air ball. Paiwai, good shot, maybe, but it's a long two. So he's picked this dribble up. I thought that may have been a double dribble there by Thompson. May have been a double dribble there by Thompson, but the referees didn't call it, and there is 14 seconds left on the shot clock. There's an overload on the left side here of the zone as Murray drives. There's a nice kick out, wide open shot. Oh, that's a terrible box out by McBurney Griffin. They've got to do better than that if they're going to try and get these rebounds, as Thompson drives to the hole, looks to kick it out. Nice kick out here, and a wide open three, and they make it. It's a struggle really when you're getting beating off the penetration and trying to recover defensively if you're not making those defensive rotations strong, and you're turning the ball over consistently like they are. It's really disappointing as Waikato have really played a good tournament up into these last couple of games. Again, not boxing out and not getting rebounds. Rebounds and boxing out is really about effort and heart, and it doesn't seem to be that way as McBurney gets a nice block, and another block by McBurney. Oh my gosh, McBurney Griffin does two great blocks, keeping his hands up, and then gets called for the foul. Unfortunately for McBurney Griffin, I thought he did a good job there defensively to put himself in a position to get both blocks, and there's a timeout being called here by Harbour. Harbour up 14, 74-60, 3 minutes 28 to go here in the third quarter of this bronze medal match between Waikato and Harbour. Harbour continue to shoot really, really well, continuing to do a great job offensively and also defensively. I think they've done a good job negating a lot of what Waikato are producing. And I also think that it's a tough thing to try and keep yourself up for a game like this, but they're doing a positive job of doing what they can to get in time. So come on, we have our two final games coming up after this for the national championships of the under-17s, and the girls final coming up at following this match, which will be, there'll be a short break and then the match will come back between Waikato and Taranaki. Taranaki won their way to the final, beating Harbour, and Manawatu lost to Waikato, and Waikato made their way to the final. And in the gents final, in the boys final, Auckland are going up against Wellington, both winning their games, Wellington versus Harbour and Auckland versus Waikato. So we have here number 8, Thomas Morgan, shooting the free throws after McBurney Griffin being called for the fouls, and he makes his first shot. Puts them up by 15. And he makes his second. So Paiwai making a nice pass out. Lally looking around. I'm not sure why you wouldn't attack there against the shorter defender. Paiwai looking to drive in, makes a nice pass into Lally. Lally lays it up, missing it. Goes up again, makes a dribble. Probably didn't need the dribble, but gets the foul and gets an opportunity to put 2 points on the board from the free throw line. Good energy and effort there from Lally. As he goes to the free throw line to try and even up this game. Shoots and makes the first one. And makes the second. So back to 14 points here for as Dane Murray open in the corner. Misses that shot. Offensive rebounds again from Harbour. Lally looking to dribble and looking to get into the lane. Again, those little dump-off passes are not working. They've been turned over numerous times by North Harbour, as Waikato need to really understand that and realise that and start to get a bit more direct in some of their offensive efforts. Lally's out there, can shoot the three-point shot. Misses on that occasion, but he can shoot it. McBurney Griffin getting back on defence. That's very easy. Very, very easy for Harbour getting in there. Very easy for Harbour to get in so deep into their offense with the defensive pressure and trying to get the ball down low to Lally. Lally making the shot, and he gets an and one. Nice strong move there by Finn Lally. Waikato probably need to look more inside to get that. Need to get an opportunity to allow Lally to go to work down there. He's strong. He's a good offensive player. Can go both left and right. And Lally turns it. Good shooting there by Lally. So the score is 65-78 to Harbour. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Waikato still staying in that extended zone. Nice shot over the extended arms of McBurney Griffin, and Lally gets the rebound. Lally pushing the ball up. Makes a pass out to Robinson. Robinson look for three. He can shoot that and is short. Unfortunately, short there from Robinson. Out there, wide open. Thompson, and he makes it. And he'll make that shot every time. Olsen Matata gets around him. Paiwai out wide and misses the three. And a foul being called there on Akiva McBurney Griffin. As that's 4 fouls now on Akiva McBurney Griffin. North Harbour here getting the ball in. Some nice rotations. Emery with the ball out top. Over to Murray. Murray with a nice strong move to the baseline. Again, the internal defense. And a foul being called there on Lally. Oh no, who is they called it on? 6, Cale Robinson. So Atkinson goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Makes his first free throw. Score is now 81-65, third quarter against Harbour in this bronze medal match, and he makes the second. This is a really sad decline here from Waikato after coming strong out of pool play. Coming out of pool play and then into the semi-final, they've seemed to lost a lot of their confidence. Things haven't gone relatively their way after last night, and then today not coming up with the intensity needed to battle in this third and fourth playoff. Haven't had the opportunity to really turn this game around. So McBurney, Griffin with a turnover there, and they've done a great job. I must say Harbour have done a great job of putting Waikato under pressure and causing a lot of bad decisions and missed layups as those 2 examples. Defensively though, however, is where I think Waikato really need to improve their defensive communication, their defensive effort, both from a team and an individual perspective needs to be looked at, because there's a lot of opportunities here where guys are missing assignments and missing matchups. Waikato Harbour with the ball out top, and very nicely read there by Cale Robinson. Robinson with 4 seconds to go extends out and makes a layup in the open court. Good job there by Robinson to close the quarter out strong after being down by a lot here. Waikato down 83-67, Harbour up. Harbour doing a great job again offensively of moving the Waikato zone defense, getting the open shots, getting some penetration into the lane, and doing a good job. In order to turn this around, what do Waikato have to do? I think if they need to score, obviously they need to score more points, but I would again suggest that they go to a man-to-man offense, put more pressure on them on the defense, on the offense of North Harbour, extending it full court. Not necessarily having to trap, but starting to put some pressure on the Harbour offense to make some tough decisions and getting a bit more pride of staying in front of your man. It seems to be, from what I can see today, is that this Harbour team are getting to where they want to on the court. Their ability to pick and choose where they want to be offensively, allowing them to get other shooters open when and where they need it, has put them in this position, and in a very strong position for the rest of this game. And Waikato have to do a lot to try and turn this around, but I must give credit to what Harbour have done. They've come out intense. They've come out realising, hey, listen, we lost a tough game last night. We've got to turn that around. We've got to turn up today and come out and try and win this. And they did it from the start. From the start of the game, you could tell their intensity was up. You could tell they were here to win this game, and it's shown. It's shown in the energy, it's shown in the effort, and it's shown in their performance on the scoreboard. So all credit to the coaching staff and also to the players of Harbour for turning up today and really, respecting what this game is about, and that it's about getting a bronze medal and coming third in the country for this age group. And they've done that, and they've done a good job. It seems as though Waikato really haven't turned up. They've tried their best in patches, but as a collective, I think up until now they've done some good things collectively. But today, it's not showing on the scoreboard and actually on the court. So hopefully in the last quarter they can salvage some pride and put some effort in defensively as they start off with the ball here. As Lally goes to the hole with a nice strong layup and misses the layup. Robinson gets a tip to it. Unfortunately, that doesn't get the rebound. Out in the open court here. Nice job from Abden. Abden beating the Waikato defense down the court. Pass from Emery. Emery makes a nice cutting pass to Abden, and Abden makes an easy layup. Again, showing the energy and the effort that's required in order to get yourself into the game. 1-on-4 there again from Osa Matata. He's open, wide open shot. He can make it, and he makes the jump shot. Nice 3-point shot there. Not a lot of energy from the bench either from Waikato, as in stopping and trying to get their team lifted and get them into it. There's a switch call there. There's no switch. A reach hack here from Hetic, and Hetic is called for the foul after missing the switch communication that came from Osa Matara. So, going through the motions now. Nice defense there by Robinson. Also Matara with the left-hand layup. He got out, missed it. So fast he is. Probably went a bit too quick there as Smiler plays defense on and gets a foul called there over the top. There's number 12, Sean Murphy. And number 8, Thomas Morgan. Played some good, tried to get a shot over there on the transition break. So the North Harbour coach here playing a lot with his with some of their players that may not have played much, but are doing a good job here. He's rotating his bench around, getting the ball inside to Lally. Undersized they are, this team. Undersized Harbour are against Lally, and although there's a foul being called, they're being aggressive and they're trying to discourage him from getting the ball inside. Waikato probably need to look more inside to Lally, as he has an advantage or the mismatch on his team. And Waikato with the ball on the baseline. Lally goes to the ring, goes to his right hand, and it gets called for a foul. Nice aggressive move there by Lally at least. Lally's trying really hard to keep their team in it at this moment, but he's it's a tough hill to climb, and they're putting themselves in a position to try and win it with 8:44 to go. 15 points is not a lot of points when you can get some turnovers and some quick threes. As Lally makes the first bucket. And he makes the second bucket. Good job there from Lally, putting themselves in a position to cut this point lead down to 6-14. Wow. Emery almost turns the ball over, turns into I would say an assist to the Waikato team, and gets the ball, hits a nice little running jump shot in the lane. So they're calling a play here. Harbour gone to a man-to-man defense. They switch on the on-ball screen. Hetic gets the ball deflected back to Smiler, and Smiler misses the open three-point shot. Maxwell Torpia goes to the hole, goes to his left hand and draws a foul. Also Matara gets called for the foul. And that's his first foul of the game. Maxwell Torpia to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first shot. Here's an opportunity now to go up by a bit more. Already up by 15. And North Harbour get the rebound and put it back in. That's a nice effort there by Thomas Morgan. And look at Harbour hunting for the ball. They do cause a foul, but look at them hunt like pack of wolves, really looking after to get the ball. They're looking aggressive. They're looking hungry. They want the ball. They want it in their hands, and they want it now. Waikato are missing probably that intensity. They're not looking as fired up as Harbour are with even 8 minutes to go in the game, leaving not a lot of room to work there. Was Hetic out on the perimeter looking for that on-ball screen. Hetic passing the ball off. Probably a tough pass there inside from Smiler to Lally, and they get another turnover. I've spoken a bit about Harbour's offense, but I must give credit to their defense. They're really making it difficult. They're really making it difficult for Waikato to get any sort of dribble penetration. They're pushing them off their ball screens. They're pushing them off their offensive sets. They're not allowing a lot of easy buckets or easy access to the basket. So they're doing a great job from that end to try and force Waikato into some difficult shots, and it's been successful. as Waikato secure the defensive rebound as Murphy misses both free throws there. Lally dribbles the ball up over halfway. Seems to be a lot of holding pattern here. The Waikato seem to rely a lot on their half-court sets to organise their offense rather than seeing what's in front of them and attacking. Robinson gets inside, nice little jump shot, but he's short on that. They do, you know, like for this, for example, Harbour drives, kicks, sees what's in front of them, and they make a nice call around what's in front of them. They're seeing the pass, kick, drive, nice little floater there from Murphy, but Murphy just missed it jump short. So although Waikato have had success in the past, probably running their sets, they need to be a bit more aggressive and probably a little less dictated on what they're trying to do here. Looking inside to Lally holding the ball, Torpio and help side, and Lally does a fall-away jump shot and it goes. Little Dirk Nowitzki-esque there from Lally, a nice little addition to his game. 6 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. As we see Maxwell Torpio out front with a nice pass inside there. Oh, unfortunate. That was a nice drive and kick. He probably should have stayed out on the wing on the perimeter looking for a three as Olsen Matata looks to pull up for a three. Tracy McGrady style, and he makes it. 74-89 here with 6 minutes to go in the 77-89 here with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of this bronze medal match between North Harbour and Waikato. Good defense there from Hetek. Hetek gets the ball on a D effort, and he misses the layup. Hetek, that's cardinal. Terrible concentration there by Tyrone Hetek. He needed to make that shot. A shorter man chasing down. You use the backboard as protection from the block. Making that could have put them within 9 points of the game by getting a foul. But instead now he has to prove himself from the line. Those fundamental errors, young people, are something that is mental. Layups are mental because everyone can make a layup physically at this age group. It's not a physical. So guys need to really focus and use their mental capacity and apply what's in front of them and making those layups. Waikato here calling a timeout to try and get these boys inspired to have a turnaround. There's a lot of time. There's 5 minutes 46 seconds. It's a long game in the game of basketball, and if we show a bit of energy from Waikato, if they can try and restrict some of Harbour's open shots, then Waikato, never could have a chance of becoming competitive in the score. But at the moment in time, they're not. They're allowing a lot of open, easy shots. There's a lot of easy access to the hoop for Harbour. And Harbour are playing what's in front of them, not relying so much on their half-court sets or whatever they've organised. They're seeing what's in front of them and they're going for it, which I really like. I like their reactive players. Hetek lines up for the first shot and misses it. Lines up for the second. And misses the second. Again, making the layup probably would have been more valuable as opposed to as Tane Murray comes back in. So Harbour's brought back in his big dogs as that's it's quite a hard thing to watch. See some of the defensive efforts here from some of the players. They're allowing teams, the Harbour team, to get to where they want to do, whereas in Harbour are really forcing, being physical, being aggressive on what's in front of them, taking one dribble after, and those Harbour will live with that kind of contested mid-range jump shot from Finn Lally. They'll live with that, and they're happy to live with that. If he's going to take those shots, they're happy to live with it. A lot of movement here from Harbour, really good movement offensively. Waikato have gone to a zone. Winnie Tana gets the ball, shot, moves it to Smiler to Olsen Matata. Olsen Matata looks to shoot the three and he makes it. Was it a three? I think it was. He makes the three in transition. So now they're back within 11 points, which is doable with 4 minutes 39 to go. I would suggest and look at these shooters, all outside, all open, and Tane Murray is wide open. wide open after ineffective interior defense. You know, everyone collapsing down and everyone looking for what's in front of them. Header turning the ball over again after pretty lackluster effort as far as not getting a shot off, and looks to bail himself out by a pass. Some of the substitutions and options here for the team, and a lovely block there by Maxwell Torpia. Very strong block, good job, and the good effort there to get his team back into the position, and great defense by Kale Robinson. Robinson out in the open position, gets a foul and one. Nice work there by Robinson, putting effort in the open court, puts himself in a position to get the bucket and gets it in. So Kale Robinson to the line to complete a potential three-point play. Misses. Lally. Oh. Nice defense there from Lally. Oh, I thought that may have been a travel there, but wasn't called there from Morgan. Morgan over to Murray. Murray, nice pass into Koeman. Nice hustle defense there by Robinson. Robinson's really coming to turn around and play here. He's looking, and a turnover there by Paiwai. Not really sure who he was passing that to. No communication, no eye-to-eye contact. Went into a no-look pass. So Waikato turned into a man-to-man defense. And another turnover caused again by Kale Robinson. Robinson wide open for a layup. Probably should have been earlier. Interesting substitution there. Interesting substitution. Kale Robinson comes out for Tyron Heddick coming in. Extended pressure putting on. Man-to-man defense now being put into place by Waikato. Probably, I would say, 2.5 quarters too late. Good defense there. Got to carry that hand or put the hand up. A bad switch or defensive pressure there by Kobe and Finn Lally. Murray, that was terrible defense. No communication, no D, and no opportunity there. Up until this point, Waikato have a very successful tournament, finishing top of their pool and doing well. Harbour both out of their, obviously coming out of their pool second, but doing a good job and winning their quarter-final, then unfortunately going down in overtime in their semi-final. But proving here that they're both two competitive teams, in good positions for the future for their organisations, going into the under-19 age groups, and some of those who are still under 17s for next year. Lally missing the three-point shot. So 2 minutes 34 seconds to go. Harbour have it tied up here. They've done a good job, I think, really good job of bringing the intensity. I think they've done a great job of effective execution offensively. They've seen what's in front of them. They've drove, they've kicked, they've found the open player. They've communicated well on defense to be able to put themselves in a position to make some good decisions. Paiwai out in front, going for the layup. And Maxwell Torpia goes down after getting a block there on Paiwai, but Paiwai gets the offensive rebound and goes up and makes the bucket. Not really sure what happened to Maxwell Torpia there. He's a good young athlete. Hopefully he's fine. Going down after a nice block or a nice effort play, getting back on defense. So we have 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this bronze medal match, 95-84 to Harbour. Harbour doing a great job here, closing out this game, consolidating their lead and trying to enforce a Waikato team who seems to be a bit out of sorts defensively, to make some tough decisions. Waikato extending their defence up here further. Looking to double team. The Harbour coach calling out motion, which gets them moving a lot more. Great defence, offensive there, moving around, getting their guards to move, getting the defence to move. No real call or switch there from Murray, wide open, and he'll knock that down. Of course he'll knock it down. And Waikato call a timeout. Great shot there by Murray. Boy, he's a dagger. He's been a real dagger. He's been allowed to get going. He's been allowed to go and do what he needs to do. He's been allowed to get his shot off, and under difficult circumstances he makes a big shot there to push that lead out just a little bit further, to drive another nail in the coffin for this Waikato team. Harbour have come out really strong. They've come out with a purpose, and they've delivered on that purpose. They've obviously learnt from their time and their work playing against Waikato, both in pool play and prior. They've made some adjustments. They've made some strong adjustments offensively, and have really turned this game on its head and put themselves in a position to win the bronze medal. Coming close to 100 points, meaning that they've really executed. They've shot well. They have shot well, but they've been given the opportunity to shoot well, but being quite open in some of their offensive sets. They've put themselves in drive and kick situations, which pushes the defense under pressure. And if you're driving and kicking, you're beating the first man in the defensive line. It's very hard as a defensive unit to recover after your first man's getting beaten, because you're always helping. So when you're always helping, you're always behind the 8 ball. So here we go, 1 minute 39 seconds left for Waikato ball. Waikato down 14 points. Both teams in the penalty, so both teams will shoot on any foul. With a box screen action, Hetek in the corner for 3. Misses it long. And there's a foul here by Lally. Trying to extend the game out a bit further by forcing the Harbour team to win it from the free throw line. Can be effective, can work well for some teams, but if you're a good free throw shooting team, then you should feel comfortable in this situation. And Winitana knocks it down. Winitana knocks down the second shot. So with this opportunity here, a chance now to try and cut into this lead. Paiwai steps back for a 3 and long again. Unfortunate situation there, not a good shot. Olsen with a 3, another forced shot, and a lot of desperation being shown here by Waikato, looking to just throw anything up in the air, and a foul. Heads hang low, but let's give credit where credit's due, and this Harbour team have really come out strong. I can't give enough credit to both to this Harbour team for what they've put on the floor. You could tell from the first minute of the game that they were intense, that they wanted to win this game, that they were here to win a bronze medal, and they've shown it. They've shown it in their performance, they've shown it in their effort, they've shown it in everything they've done on the court, their energy, their defense, their offense, and even down to the last minute they've shown they're wanting to be secure, all up in the defensive defense's face, not allowing easy 3-point shots, as Waikato looking to kind of close the gap quickly by taking 3-pointers. They've done a great job. They've done a great job. I give credit to the Harbour team. Waikato really haven't turned up today. It's been a bit of a disappointing end to their tournament after being so successful in the pool play, and then coming through the quarters very strongly against Otago and very strongly into the semi-final. But the semi-final last night just really haven't really performed as well as they can. It's a loaded group here with some talent, a lot of younger age group boys, and so it's a bit unfortunate, but all credit again goes to North Harbour for what they've produced here today. So bulk substitution here for Waikato as he substitutes a whole bunch, all their bench players on. Gives them an opportunity to see out some game as Chen knocks down the free throw and puts Harbour up by 17. Chen looking again. And misses the second free throw. Nelson Graham gets the rebound. Passes up to Kimutahi Allen. Kimu Allen looking to go internally strong, but trying to force it there, but just not enough to get anything off. So Harbour getting the ball over to Maxwell Torpia. McBurney with the rebound and the layup. Good effort there by McBurney as they make a substitution there. Chen substitutes out and Atkinson comes in. So congratulations here must be said to go to Harbour for everything that they've done. 39 seconds remaining in this half, in this bronze medal match between Waikato and Harbour. Harbour have done a great job of coming out and putting intensity on the board. They've shot well, they've driven well, they've defended well, and I mean, look at this all the way to the end, jumping, trying to get a rebound after going out, and then hustling back to get a steal. I mean, this is the kind of energy and effort which you can be commended for what they've done here today, and it's admirable, and and congratulations to the Harbour organisation for bringing out and to turning up in this third and fourth playoff, which are tough games, but unfortunately Waikato didn't really turn up to play, and Harbour didn't allow them. They did a great job of closing it down. That's the end of our game. Congratulations to Harbour, our bronze medal winners for the Under-17 National Boys Championship here in Wellington, and we'll be back in a short while with the gold medal match between Waikato and Taranaki.
Misses the second. Lead is one. The long range three. Cameron Stone. Unbelievable finish.
I believe there's 1 second's going to be put back on the clock, and Palmy Boys does have a timeout.
What a buzzer beater. Still. Buzzer beater that will go down in the history of the secondary school basketball.
Bring him over here. Bring him over here.
Finals, and here's the kick ahead, and Stone, boom! That's a torpedo for the ages, well outside, catch and deliver. Amazing shot, amazing finish.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a hard way to
speechless, really,
to lose, but you know, and the crowd just coming on to support their Palmerston North team, who fought gallantly for the entire match. It's a win on the buzzer, the second national championship. They are back-to-back winners. Rangitoto running out winners over this gallant Palmerston North side, 82-80. Respect. The Palmerston North students are going to perform their school haka.
Oh my God.